Welcome to Norman, Oklahoma, where the #1 ranked Sooners are set to take on Arkansas Pine Bluff in this midweek matchup here at Love's Field, where these two teams are facing off for just the third time in their program's history. And the Oklahoma Sooners chasing a little bit of history of their own with the Sticks and looking to continue what has just been an absolute ridiculous show of power all season here tonight. And welcome in, everybody. I'm DJ Sanchez along with Destiny McElroy. And Destiny, Oklahoma just had a really tough week, really in general, facing off with multiple top 10 opponents, top 25 opponents. Good series win against Arkansas, getting prepared for the Georgia series this weekend, but a midweek matchup here against Arkansas Pine Bluff. What does the approach need to be for Oklahoma?
Yeah, you know, this weekend, as you talked about, Arkansas was a tough challenge. They had challenges offensively, defensively. I think our pitchers were really challenged, and I think moving forward, using this game, they're going to have to use that momentum. They're going to build that momentum and get them excited and in the rhythm for the series against Georgia.
And it has been just a gauntlet of a schedule for the Sooners, but that hasn't stopped freshman Kendall Wells from just knocking bombs all over the place. This past Sunday, tied OU single-season home run record with 34, putting her just one away from setting the record herself, only 4 away from the NCAA home run record set in 1995 by Laura Espinoza. So everyone keeping an eye on the freshman. But Isabella Emmerling seeing the ball just as well. 3 home runs in the Arkansas series. And Destiny, she has just shown power, but she's been about as clutch as they come.
She has been such a spark plug for this lineup. She's seeing the ball so well. And the tough part about this is any part of the plate she has been able to handle and send out of the park. Isabella Emmerling has truly been on fire, and she is such an important asset to this lineup.
On top of the bombs, hitting .625 in that series. So a pretty big tear for the senior, who is getting the start behind the plate tonight for the Sooners. And a lineup looking a little bit different, as some of the everyday starters for the Sooners not in the lineup here tonight, but Isabella Emmerling, as she's done all season, getting the call behind the dish, with Miley Wachenio in the circle. And we are set to get going as the sophomore hurler fires a strike.
Talk about a dogfight. I mean, behind the plate, you're talking, we just highlighted 2 of these great hitters who are fighting for a spot behind the plate.
Absolutely, as junior Janiyah Wilson falls behind, no balls and 2 strikes. And I think that's a great point, Destiny. You know, you talk about fighting and finding your way into a lineup. You've got Kendall Wells, who, again, setting records with the long ball. A nice location there from Wachenio. 3 pitches to sit down Wilson. That'll bring up sophomore Ryan Goddard.
Seeing a little bit of a different setup on the infield than what's been typical of OU, with Barker playing shortstop. Alyssa Parker over at third base.
A little bit of a different defensive setup, and Alyssa Parker actually got the start in the circle in game 3 in the Arkansas series on Sunday. It was just absolutely tremendous. Sooners beat the Razorbacks 11-1, and Parker picked up that win, but getting a start at third today. The 0-2, it's 6 pitches from Wachenio. All 6 have been strikes, and sat 2 Lions down really quick to bring up Angelina Rivas. But Wachenio on the season, 66 2/3 innings thrown, 3.05 ERA, and 12-1 on the year. sophomore has just been really solid for the Sooners.
82 strikeouts to 23 walks. Pretty good ratio.
She is all business here to start this ball game as Angelina Rivas trying to get something moving here for the Lions in the top of the first.
Cheney Hilton with the start in right field. She hasn't seen a lot of time.
1-2 right back to Achenia. A little bit of a bobble, but able to recover, and it is a 1-2-3 start for Huacheño and the Sooners. We head to the bottom half, and Kendall Wells coming up quick. Welcome back to Love's Field, where you get the feeling pretty much everyone is here, maybe wanting to witness a little history tonight. But there's a look at the Oklahoma Sooners starting lineup. Kai Minor in the leadoff. Kendall Wells, who will get her first at bat here in the first. Emmerling and Alyssa Parker in the fourth slot. As we mentioned, Sooner lineup looking a little bit different here this evening. Some of the everyday starters that we've seen. Gabby Garcia getting a little bit of a break here tonight. Abby Dayton. See there, Tia Malloy getting the start out and left. Sydney Barker at short and Cheney Hilton out and right. Ryan Gaddis takes care of Kai Minor for the first out of the ball game, and Lion starter Kara Stewart does something that not many pitchers are able to do all that often, and that's sit down Kai Minor to start a ball game.
I think this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for this OU lineup. I think what Kara Stewart can bring to the table is quite a bit of spin, a little bit less velocity than what they're typically used to, and as a hitter, that is tough to adjust to.
Here's Kendall Wells. And you just said it, Destiny, that off speed, and on top of the change of speeds, again, not having a ton of velocity behind the fastball.
As a hitter, it's so important to be able to generate your own bat speed if you're not getting it from.
Skied high to center. Hubbard gloves it. And again, a lot of excitement coming out of the circle from Kara Stewart. She's pumped, ripping the face mask off, pumping the arm, going, I just got out one of the leading average hitters in the country in Kai Minor, and Got Kendall Wells out on her front foot to fly out. And Stewart's feeling this a little bit, being an Oklahoma native.
Yes.
From Enid.
I mean, that's a big out. I think you take pride in that.
As you should, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Stewart, just a junior. As Isabella Emmerling stands in, but 2-3 on the year. Just 22 innings thrown. Opponents hitting about 350 against her. As we mentioned, a little bit of a homecoming for the junior righty. Enid, Oklahoma, I'd say about an hour, hour and a half from Norman. Depends on who's driving.
It's DJ.
Hey, we gotta get where I'm going. The 0-2 to Emmerling just misses outside, but nice location with the changeup.
Lots of spin, 43 miles per hour on that pitch. Again, extremely difficult as a hitter to be able to adjust to that.
1-2 is skied high on the infield. Janiyah Wilson takes care of it, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Arkansas Pine Bluff. We're scoreless as we head to the top of the second. Chenyo back to work, and Oklahoma has had just a gauntlet of a schedule. Here in the last 5 games, all ranked opponents, and it was just a hard-fought Destiny, and Sooners getting a little bit, I'm gonna call it a break, and that is in no way a knock on Arkansas Pine Bluff, but the last week and a half of facing all ranked opponents. Tonight is the first game that the Sooners have not had against a ranked opponent in nearly 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, look at those opponents. That's a tough lineup in the last 5 games. And I mean, you're approaching middle of the SEC season. Seeing the success that they had and the challenges that they've had, I feel like that's exactly where you want to be at this point in the season, though. You want to understand what needs to be tuned up. You want to understand where you're at against these opponents. When you're facing ranked opponents, you want to know the challenges as you prepare for postseason. I think facing those teams have helped them understand things that need to be worked on. It's helped the pitchers understand where they're at amongst the SEC. It's a good thing and a bad thing.
Absolutely. It's like, it's kind of one of those, we need a little bit of a rest. But, and you know, we talk about Oklahoma's schedule, but I mean, that's just life in the SEC.
Yeah,
right?
As they transitioned to the SEC, I mean, it's what you get. You're going to have really tough opponents nonstop, but it prepares you for postseason.
Ariana Gonzalez stays alive. The senior right fielder from Oxnard, California. Enters this ball game at 3-12. 16 RBI. A nice take there from the senior. Pitch just misses a little outside. You gotta love the location from Huicheño, but just good discipline from Gonzalez.
Really good location. I think one of the keys for this offense to be successful against Huicheño is to just make sure your pitch selection is on point. You cannot help her out by chasing anything out of the zone.
That is the third strikeout on the day for Huicheño as she freezes Gonzalez on the inner half. That'll bring up Janae Mathis.
Take a look here. It's a perfectly placed inside pitch.
Huicheño, all business here so far. As Mathis stands in, the junior third baseman. Arizona native, and this just shows you how small the softball community can be sometimes. Mathis actually played against Sooner Gabby Garcia, both from the same neighborhood in Chandler, Arizona, so that's pretty cool, but played high school ball against each other on rival high school teams across town, but played on the same travel ball team.
The softball world is so small. And even saying that Kara Stewart is from Enid, Oklahoma, I mean, getting the chance to play in front of a home crowd for her, it's a unique experience.
Huicheño finds the zone on the 3-0, and Huicheño has just been cruising. First count that she's been behind here. Mathis, a 250 hitter. Three-2 misses outside, and Pine Bluff has the first base runner of the ball game.
Great take. Up and out. Not something you can really work with.
Huicheño's 24th walk on the year. That'll bring up freshman Lyric Perry. Perry, the only freshman in the lineup for Arkansas Pine Bluff. 272 hitter, but leading the team in RBI at 21. So freshman making an impact. Big hack there. Huicheño had no balls and 2 strikes.
And 5 home runs on the season, leading the team in home run category as well.
It has been the year of the freshmen across the country. Huicheño goes right at Perry to sit her down in 3. That is Huicheño's 4th K on the day.
Number 14, Nia Ware.
That'll bring up the senior Niesli Ware. And she takes that one just off the elbow, and it's a pair of free passes.
First baseman, number 9,
Just clipped. The hands, maybe? The elbow? Came in too far inside.
Didn't get much, and Huicheño so far in this game, I mean, she's been taking that screwball and really working in on the knee. That pitch just getting a little bit elevated. Sophomore Kaya Jones, a spot here to get Arkansas Pine Bluff on the board. RBI on the year for Jones, 176 hitter. And Ucheno sits her down, works out of the jam. 5 strikeouts on the day for the sophomore, making quick work of the Lions. Sooners looking to get on the board in the bottom half. We're scoreless, heading to the second, and the freshman looking to try to do something about that as Alyssa Parker and Lexi McDaniel are due up for the Sooners. But these freshmen have been absolutely outstanding. And it's easy to sit back and talk about the home runs, and everybody in the country has been doing it, but the freshmen alone for the Sooners have hit 59 home runs on the season.
It is incredible what the freshman class has been able to do. I mean, 59 home runs, that's more than some of the teams collectively in the NCAA. And offensive power here, Kendall Wells, Kai Miner, Lexi McDaniel, Alyssa Parker, just the batting averages that they've been able to contribute.
And this ball is struck well to center field, and just like she knew we were talking about it. Why not let's add to it, make it a nice round 60 for the freshman. And Alyssa Parker goes yard, puts the Sooners on the board to make it 1-0, and knocks her 11th bomb of the year.
And she's such a great athlete. Just the way that she's able to swing the bat. You saw that ball kind of hang up in the zone, belt high, generated her own bat speed to get that out. There's not a lot of velocity coming from the pitch. So the strength that she had to send that out is incredible. But one of my favorite things about her is just the two-way player that she is. I mean, right today, she's starting at third base. We've seen her start in the circle. She's a great hitter, and for her to be able to be elite at that level and kind of like spread her time and practicing, I mean, it's just so tough to be a two-way player.
It's funny, I almost sit here and giggle when you're like, she's a two-way player. I'm like, the only thing she hasn't done is catch,
yeah,
right? Get her some equipment, why not? She's probably gonna do that well too. But one swing of the bat, and Parker puts the Sooners on top, and Lexi McDaniel looking to continue and get crooked number up there for the Sooners. And McDaniel, again, just a part of that freshman group who has just been so consistent.
Lexi McDaniel has really been great at being called off the bench and given opportunities. I feel like she's really taken advantage of those times that she has been given.
And this ball is launched. And the Sooners back-to-back bombs And we are getting eerily close to seeing some history get set here tonight. Lexi McDaniel, with one swing of the bat, makes it 2-zip. Her 10th jack on the year. But here's the piece that's wild. Sooners are now 1 home run away from tying their record, but what a great piece of hitting.
Just an excellent hitter. I mean, she's so strong. Quick hands to contact. Lexi McDaniel has really got a solid swing. It's just dangerous. You leave that ball up in the zone, she's definitely going to do something good with it.
And that looks like it will be the day on Kara Stewart. As Arkansas Pine Bluff is going to go to their bullpen to make a change. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. Sooners up 2-0. Back-to-back home runs forces the Lions to go to the bullpen, and Danica Bryant, who enters the game 1 and 2 on the year. The senior has thrown 39 2/3 innings on the season, enters the ball game with a 7.76 ERA, but looking to stop some bleeding here as back-to-back home runs make it 2-0 Sooners, and Agbayani looking to start that roll again, but nobody out, so a fresh start here for the senior.
Yeah, I think this is a fresh opportunity, new look for OU. Saw 2 leadoff home runs back-to-back. Alyssa Parker, Lexi McDaniel, Agbayani. Could be another home run threat. She may go with the short game.
Ailana Agbayani do a little bit of everything, and you gotta love when you're in the position, middle of the lineup, where Agbayani is in a leadoff role. I think 413 on the year. Bryant falls behind 3 balls and no strikes, and in the 39 2/3 innings that Bryant has thrown, walks have been a bit of an issue. 50 walks delivered from the senior, and that walk to Agbayani is going to make it 51. So control has been a little bit of an Achilles for Bryant this year.
51 walks now to her 44 strikeouts on the season.
Sophomore Tia Malloy stands in.
Showing bunt there, getting the corners to crash in. It's a good opportunity to put some pressure on the defense. Move your runners. I know that's something that Coach Gasso wants to see executed. She wants to see the short game. We're so used to seeing this lineup hit so many home runs that
this ball is skied to left field. Gaddis makes chase. Hit and run, but Agbayani is going to make her way back. Agbayani was gone with the pitch. She held up as soon as she saw that ball kind of drift nearly to foul territory. A big out for Bryant to bring up Sydney Barker.
It may have been a hit and run call, just seeing Agbayani take off to second And in that instance, I think that's something where Coach Gasso has got to see the ball on the ground.
Agbayani gone with the pitch. And she'll take the bag safely. Throw gets away. But gonna hold up. And this is one of those games, Destiny, and again, you go back to, the hit and run or stealing a bag, laying down a bump, whatever it may be, right? And this goes for any midweek game, but you're at the point in the season where you want to see the fundamentals done really well.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's one big thing. And, the numbers are the numbers. Everybody's talking about OU setting records and history is going to be made and home run, home run, home run. But one thing that, talking to Coach Gasso, I said, what is one thing that you want to see better on your offense? It's tough to answer that question because home run after home run after home run. But she did say, I want to see these girls lay down a bunt. I want to see them put pressure on the defense. I want to see them execute some plays. They haven't been given a lot of opportunities to do that because they are so good at the long ball. But in an instance like this, you've got to execute the hit and run. You've got to do those things. Because when it comes down to it in postseason and it's a tight ball game, when it's a one-run ball game, you've got to be able to move your runners and play the short game.
Misses low to Barker. That's 2 walks for Bryant since entering this ball game to bring up Cheney Helton. And Cheney Helton getting the start tonight. Just her 4th start on the season. Excuse me, 3rd start on the season, but she enters this ball game at a .417 average. Ball is laced down the left field line, going to get out of play. And I feel like, Dustin, you talked about this with Lexi McDaniel, making the most of her opportunities. Cheney Helton, I think, goes into that category as well.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're looking, if you break down her stats, too, I mean, she's hitting .417. Not a ton of opportunities. She's had 24 at-bats. In those 24 at-bats, she's had 10 total hits. 4 of those have been home runs. 13 have been RBIs.
Hit hard to center field. Agbayani is going to tag. Didn't need to because it's going to be off the glove of Hubbard. Agbayani will score. Sydney Barker moves up to 3rd. And it's runners at the corners. As this lineup rolls back over to the top and Kai Minor, I would anticipate to see that down as an error off the glove of Hubbard in center field.
Yes, I think that's certainly an error. I think she got herself underneath the ball. Just was unable to secure it. Covered a lot of ground, but just was not able to secure that.
1st and 3rd, no play on for the Sooners. And Pine Bluff not looking to defend, and Cheney Helton moves up uncontested, put runners at 2nd and 3rd for Kai Minor. Ground ball to the right side. Barker scores easily. RBI for Minor. And that'll bring up Kendall Wells.
It's good execution by Kai Minor. I mean, ultimately her goal is to get herself on base, but she did pass the torch over. She placed the ball in the right side of the field, allowing her teammates to score, and Sydney Barker and Cheney Helton to get over to 3rd base.
Kendall Wells at this point. 1 home run away from setting the OU single season record that is currently held by Jocelyn Allo.
if you're, sorry, Rivas had a great stop back there.
And Rivas has done a good job behind the plate. She's had to work hard. This game's still early. 2-0, and I think if you hadn't kind of watched what has gone on since Bryant has entered this game, you would almost like to think she's thrown around wells, but I don't necessarily think that's the case. I think that just truly, we've seen a lot of 2-0, 3-0 counts from Bryant. Walks have been an issue for her on the season. And it's a 4-pitch walk, her third in the inning, to put runners at the corners for the ever-dangerous Isabella Emmerling.
This entire lineup is so dangerous to throw to. Emmerling has truly shown out the last couple of weeks. Then you've got Alyssa Parker after that, who already went yard tonight. Lexi McDaniel, same thing. As a pitcher, it's got to be so tough to throw to this offense.
Runners at the corners, 2 outs for the senior. The Sooners have already plated 4 here in the second. Emmerling marks the 9th batter to come to the plate for Oklahoma. This ball up the middle. Nice grab, and gonna take care of Emmerling. And Lyric Perry makes a great play up the middle to save a run and minimize the damage here in the second, but not before the freshmen go yak back to back. And Alyssa Parker, Lexi McDaniel keep showing why this freshman class is something to be reckoned with. Right, a pair of home runs. Draw a couple walks to make it 4-0 as we head to the third. And Wachenio, who got the start and made quick work of Arkansas Pine Bluff, is going to hand the ball over to Kirsten Deal. And Deal, coming out of the bullpen, does not have a lot of decisions on the season. Enters 1-0. 14 2/3 innings thrown, but the lefty has shown time and time again throughout her career what good stuff she has, Destiny.
Yeah, I think she also just has a ton of experience. She's been under Coach Rocha her entire career, which is kind of rare in college softball. I think her experience, her leadership, she brings a lot to the table, and I think this is a good opportunity.
Hydria Hubbard leading it off for the Lions, shows bunt, but Deal behind here, 3 balls and no strikes. And Arkansas Pine Bluff want to start chipping away at that Sooner lead. A leadoff walk sure would help.
Deal is just not typically known for any overpowering speed, but she does have a lot of great movement.
3-1 misses low, and Hubbard is aboard with the leadoff walk to roll it back to the top of the order. And you were saying, Destiny, I mean, she's not overpowering velo, but gosh, she can spin the ball.
Yeah, she's really able to work both sides of the plate. She's got a really good rise ball.
Having a hard time finding the strike zone here. That walk delivered to Hubbard marks the 9th on the season for Deal. As junior Janiyah Wilson stands in, struck out looking to start the game back in the first. I'm gonna head out to have a chat with Deal. And what are you seeing here, Destiny, as she's come into this game?
Yeah, I think this is a really good opportunity for Kirsten to get settled in, find some comfort. I feel like throughout the season, she hasn't been given a ton of opportunities. I think there's kind of a battle that she's trying to prove herself a little bit. And in this moment, I feel like finding herself getting settled in a little bit better. This is a good offense to kind of work on some things and get ahead in the count and come right at them. I mean, you've got a solid defense behind you. This is an opportunity for Coach Gasso to really see what Kirsten's capable of, and she's got to use this to her advantage.
3-0 is in for a strike. 9 pitches thrown for Deal since she's entered this game. 7 of those have been balls, so needing to find the strike zone here. And again, pitch with a lead, 4-run lead. If you're Arkansas Pine Bluff, again, this is a team that came out aggressive against Huacheño. Huacheño making quick work her first time through the lineup, striking out 5 of the 8 batters that she faced. Ball's popped up on the infield. It's going to drift back. We got some communication out there. And Kai Minor calling everybody off to take care of it.
A little bit of a questionable ball. We see Malloy and Kai Minor and Sydney Barker all trying to communicate, make sure somebody's calling it off, and Minor kind of won that battle.
Bring up Ryan Gaddis. Runs the box for strike 1. You know, we talked about it to start this ballgame. The defense for Oklahoma looks just a little bit different. How much of that, you know, Tia Malloy in left. Kai Minor has been an everyday staple out in center, but Sydney Barker getting the start at short. How much of that on some of those Texas leaguers can sometimes wreak havoc?
Yeah. I mean, that's tough because there's not a lot of experience of those 3 communicating. And so I feel like in that instance, especially when you're not the everyday starters, you want to prove a point, you want to make plays, you want to be vocal, and you want to over-communicate. But I think it was a great job by Kai Minor kind of taking lead on that and kind of calling them off. But that is a tough ball to play when it's not as common throughout the season.
Nice pitch on the inside corner. Just misses for Deal, and Kirsten Deal just trying to find her groove here in this ball game. Two. Gaddis stays alive. Gaddis struck out swinging back in the first. Enters this game at a .312 average. Started 33 of the 36 games for Pine Bluff, and Deal sits her down with a little off speed. Record her first K of the day.
Great pitching sequence. She kind of moved the ball on all sides of the plate and came in with that off speed. Really keeping Ryan Gaddis off balance, getting her out on her toes.
Gonna bring up Angelina Rivas, sophomore catcher. 0 for 1 here today. She's done a really good job defensively behind the plate. She's had to handle some tough pitches, trying to help her pitchers find the strike zone. Sometimes field catchers don't get enough love back there. Pitchers appreciate them, though. At least they better.
Deal kind of hovering right around that 61 to 63 miles per hour. With quite a bit of spin. Seen her go up and down in the zone.
Speaking up in the zone, nice little rise ball there from Deal.
Great pitch and broke late.
2-2, gets her swinging, and Deal strands one and settles down in the third. Sooners back up in the bottom half. A pair of home runs by Parker and McDaniel have put the Sooners one away from tying the single season home run record set by any team, set by OU back in 2021 at 161, but puts this team just 2 away from breaking that record and setting their own. And you'd like to think, Destiny, that record's probably gonna get broken here within the next week or so.
Yeah, I think they have just been chasing these numbers, and what they have done this season is truly incredible. I mean, if it can be done within a week, they've still got postseason to approach. They've still got another series after Georgia. And they've still got some time, and to know that 161 was set by the entirety of the season.
And I'm with you, Destiny. I think the thing that is just absolutely mind-blowing is the pace.
Yeah, that is, it's crazy.
I mean, we're talking about a number that was set in June. and it's mid-April.
Yeah.
Alyssa Parker draws her first walk here today. That is the 4th walk delivered by Bryant since entering this ball game. So, again, did a really great job of working around a couple. I mean, she had herself in a little bit of a bind back in the second. Sooners put up 4 runs, but minimized that damage of getting a couple mishit balls out on the front foot. And Parker's off on pitch 1 into scoring position easily.
Sooners are keeping them on their toes. It's another thing Alyssa Parker can do. I guess she still bases.
She does it all, man. Like I said, get her some equipment. Why not? That's mostly a joke.
Kind of.
But
I bet she could do
if
it.
you're ever in a bind, that is Alyssa Parker's 3rd stolen base on the year. Bryant falls behind McDaniel. She's thrown a lot of pitches since she's been in this ball game. Little low. McDaniel's home run back in the 2nd was her 10th on the season. Nice location there by Bryant. Again, biggest thing for Bryant right now, finding strike zone.
Yeah, I think she's got to be able to paint those corners, get these hitters to chase at something. I feel like some of these balls are not really questionable near the zone.
You get in the strike zone, in on the hands, good things happen. As Bryant gets McDaniel to pop up for out number 1.
I think for the most part, there's been quite a few pop flies. If you can come in at the hands, keep it down in the zone. They've made some plays on defense. The toughest part is making sure you don't leave it up in the zone and right over the plate, because we know what this lineup is capable of.
This ball popped up to the left side. It's 2 quick outs for Bryant, in a spot here to potentially work around the leadoff walk as Tia Malloy makes her way into the box. We're seeing some pop-ups, Destiny. How much of that is just being a click early?
Yeah, I think that's really what it is. It's that upspin and just the lack of patience in the box. I mean, you're ahead of the ball and your barrel's getting down in the zone. You're getting underneath it. And that's where the patience really comes to play is, you know, what is the velocity like? Is she throwing off speeds? What kind of timing do you need as a hitter?
Ground ball to Perry. And Bryant works around the leadoff walk to Strand. Parker in scoring position. We head to the top of the 4th. We head to the 4th. Sooners on top 4-0. I'm DJ Sanchez along with Destiny McElroy. Sooners looking to add to their lead. There's a good look at Arkansas Pine Bluff head coach Michael Bumpers in his 8th season at the helm. And he was actually the head baseball coach for a couple seasons for the Lions and an Army combat veteran. So pretty unbelievable background. Not something you see so often of being at the same university, coaching baseball, coming over, taking over the softball program.
That's incredible. I feel like being a baseball coach is so unique, and then transitioning into the softball side.
And what a catch out in right field by Cheney Helton. And big grins from Helton, but what a read and what a catch to start the fourth.
Just an excellent play. You see her just explode towards that ball, lay it out. Great effort. She does not get a ton of time out in right field, so for her to be able to read that, get that jump, lay it out, those are the things that Coach Gasso wants to see when you're given opportunities.
Helton robs a single from Ariana Gonzalez to bring up Janae Mathis. Mathis drew a walk back in the second. And a couple shifts in the Sooner lineup. So Alyssa Parker, we've said it once and we'll probably continue to say it her entire career, can do a little bit of everything, but Alyssa Parker moves over to second base. And speaking of being able to do a little bit of everything, Abby Dayton in at third. Will hit in Ailana Agbayani's spot in the sixth slot for the Sooners offensively.
That was one of my favorite stories that Coach Gasso shared with us, was when Nellie McEnroe-Morenas went down and she was going to miss the entire rest of the season. Coach Gasso held tryouts for third base.
A nice pitch there.
It's not an easy task, and Abby Dayton showed up. Coach Gasso said, you know what? We can use you. Hadn't seen her get a chance yet, but I think she's truly capable of so much. She's just an all-around team player.
Team player, athlete, as freshman Lyric Perry stands in, trying to break up the 1-2-3 inning here in the fourth. But, you know, it's wild to kind of think it feels, I'm sure it doesn't for this team, but, you know, it feels like it was a minute that Nellie McEnroe-Morenas went down, and it's just kind of seeing, you know, beyond just the physical side, you know, the leadership that has stepped up as well. But it's not every day, you know, on any team, let alone the Sooners, you're saying we're having tryouts for a position.
Yeah. Let me know if you're interested. Show up.
Bring your A game.
But I think that goes to show character in a player like Abby Dayton, just showing up and saying, hey, I'll do whatever you need me to do. I'll be one of those players that you can call on. Put me at third. Put me wherever you need me.
And how much of that too, right? I mean, we could talk about the offensive numbers all night long, but it's just another layer of trying to find your way in this lineup.
Yeah. And this lineup is tough to crack. Everybody that's in it or gets an opportunity has really done a great job.
We mentioned Lyric Perry, the only freshman in this Pine Bluff lineup, and she has really made an impact. 272 hitter as she swings through strike three. And Deal retires the side in the fourth. Sooners looking to add to their 4-run lead. The NCAA Women's College World Series making its way to Oklahoma City, and I can't believe that it's almost here. We've got some unbelievable softball still ahead. It's been an unbelievable season, but the best is yet to come, and it is going to be a wild ride once postseason kicks off. And it's crazy to think that it's, I mean, we're talking 3 weeks.
Yeah, selection shows coming up. Lots of exciting softball. We'll start to see some conference championships. Regionals, super regionals, it's all coming up.
Sydney Barker stands in to face Traylon Humphrey, coming out of the bullpen for Arkansas Pine Bluff. Humphrey, a senior, and a couple shifts for the Lions. Alencia King now in at second base. And Pine Bluff doing something, I will say, that a lot of teams haven't been able to figure out. They've held the Sooners scoreless in 2 of the 3 innings that they've faced. But Sydney Barker looking to do something about that as she draws the leadoff walk.
Yeah, I think, you know, these pitchers have come in with a lot of confidence and eager to face a lineup like this. I feel like as a pitcher, you take some pride in getting to throw to an offense like this and getting to face this offense, and it's such a challenge for yourself internally. So when you succeed against them, it's got to feel so good.
And challenge has been accepted so far. I mean, Arkansas Pine Bluff pitchers holding the Sooners to just 3 hits. Now 4 runs on the board, coming by way of a couple of home runs. And really what has been the biggest issue for Pine Bluff pitching here tonight has been the walks. 5 walks delivered. And, you know, this game so far, it's not that Oklahoma has come out and just blown the doors off things offensively.
Yeah.
It has been things you can't defend, walks and bombs.
I think if they can just keep the ball in the yard, keep it down in the zone. The defense has made their plays. Quite a few pop-ups have been induced. And a few ground balls have been rolled up.
Cheney Helton, a single back in the second, was stranded at third. This ball up the middle, but King not able to come up with it. Barker is going to go first to third. It's a 2-hit night for Cheney Helton.
King over at second base. She's covered quite a bit of ground, trying to go for the backhand, just slightly missed it. The ball got under the glove and kicked off the foot of King at second base. Rolled on out to the outfield, allowing Sydney Barker to advance to third.
Back-to-back base runners bring up Tia Malloy. Kai Miner looking for her first hit here tonight. Cheney Helton move up into scoring position. And again, we've talked quite a bit. It's easy to look at the scoreboard and see the crooked number that the Sooners put up in the 4th, but some of these sticks that are typically table setters for the Sooners, a little bit quiet. If you look at the 1, 2, 3 for this OU lineup, 0 for 5 so far in this ball game. And again, talk about the production. Arkansas Pine Bluff pitching so far in this game, being able to hold down the top of the best, one of the best offensive lineups in the country.
Yeah, we saw Stewart go 3 up, 3 down in that first inning. That's a huge success. 3 pop-ups in a row. I mean, the pitchers have really done a good job. I think one of my favorite things is that they're coming right at them. I mean, we have seen a few walks, but it's not that they're purposely pitching around. They're coming right at this OU offense.
Kai Minor skies this one high and deep to left field. It'll be enough to score Sydney Barker for the 5th run of the ball game. And it's a 2 RBI night for Kai Minor. And again, may not have a hit down in the scorebook, but finding a way to get her job done with runners in scoring position. And Ella Parker gonna come in and get the at-bat in Kendall Wells' slot. Parker not in the starting lineup here tonight. And seeing the Sooner lineup look a little bit different. Maybe get some rest in the midweek for some of the everyday starters. Give some opportunities.
It's a tough week for the Sooners. Coming out over a challenging weekend against Arkansas.
Little chopper up the middle. Ella Parker uses the dirt. Make it 6-zip. That base hit for Ella Parker puts her up over the 200 mark. Had her 200th career hit on Sunday against Arkansas, and that base hit puts her at 201.
Crazy to see that she's just a junior. I feel like we've been talking about Ella Parker, Cassidy Pickering, and these girls have really been standouts for this program. And you'd think that their leadership would put them in that senior class, and not quite. Still got one more year.
Arkansas Pine Bluff, Coach Michael Bumpers trying to settle down his infield, and something a little different here in the 4th for Oklahoma. Taking advantage of the leadoff walk to Sydney Barker. A single, sac fly, another RBI single, so the Sooners use the long ball early in this ball game to get some things done, but manufacturing some runs here in the 4th.
Yeah, I think that's the key is they're continuously passing the torch. They're moving their runners. They're playing this small ball game.
This ball is launched to left field, and it is a no-doubter. Emmerling continues to stay hot. And the Oklahoma Sooners have tied their single-season team home run record set by the 2021 team of 161. And Isabella Emmerling has been a massive part of that, especially here in the last week. This is her 18th jack. And Sooners put it in run rule territory.
As I'm talking about the small ball, there goes the long shot. I mean, this team is so competitive, being capable of doing so much. Isabella Emmerling has really stood out for this program over the last few weeks. She's been so fun to watch, and you talk about the record being set. They set that in 2021 in June. The amount of time that is left to see where this number ends up is crazy to think about.
That is the 3rd home run by the Sooners here tonight. Again, tying the 2021 record of 161 home runs on the season. the next home run by a Sooner hitter will set what will be the new record, and there's no telling what that number is going to be.
Going to end up. I mean, it'll certainly depend on how far they go in postseason. But just thinking that 2021 season, they played through early June. I mean, they won the World Series that year. So they played to the last game possible and set that record.
Just wild to think about. And if you look at the top 5, Oklahoma owns 3. And I mean, we're talking about some of the best home run hitting teams to ever do it. I mean, that Hawaii team from 2010, it was unbelievable. And I think people thought that record was never going to be touched. Right? And then here comes Ohio at 160. I mean, just unbelievable runs, but just the consistency from Oklahoma to own 3 of those top 5 spots. And again, you talk about numbers you think are never going to be touched again. It is April 21st.
Yeah. I mean, that is crazy. And that's the team record. We can still sit here and talk about Kendall Wells and her pace. I mean, her pace of home runs, she's still got quite a few games, excuse me, to set a new record.
Coach Gasso's got the lineup card out, making some changes, trying to get as many players into this ball game. And Arkansas Pine Bluff making a change of their own in this circle, but that will be the day in the circle for Humphrey. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. Sooners make it 8-0 after a 4 spot here in the 4th. Arkansas Pine Bluff switching pitchers for the 4th time here tonight, going to Kadrian Fields, the freshman, and another Oklahoma native. So much recruiting for Arkansas Pine Bluff out of the state of Oklahoma. Another homecoming for the Choctaw Oklahoma product. Has seen quite a few innings and would be considered the ace for this Pine Bluff team. Enters the game at 5-6, making her 13th appearance on the season. And just a freshman has carried the bulk of the innings for Pine Bluff, and a lot of Oklahoma homecomings for this Arkansas Pine Bluff team. Let's see, Lyric Perry just down the road in Stillwater. Gaddis from the Oklahoma City area. Fields in the circle from Choctaw, about 30 minutes away. Okies all over the field for Pine Bluff as McDaniel draws the walk. And Abby Dayton gonna get her first at bat here tonight. just 1 out for Fields. Trying to keep this game in check. Pine Bluff at least going to have to score 1 at this point to keep the game moving. So Fields trying to keep this at 8. Abby Dayton getting her first at bat, as we mentioned, did not start the game, has come in to play third and hitting in Agbayani's spot.
Fields is bringing a little bit of a different look to the circle. Not a ton of velocity, averaging right around 58 miles per hour, but she does have that changeup coming in at 41 miles per hour. See that there? That one came in at 46.
That one had a little bit of juice on it.
A little bit of juice on the change. But the ability to mix from 40, 41 to 46 to 58, I mean, you gotta get set as a hitter.
It is a trio of walks delivered by Pine Bluff pitching to bring up Tia Malloy. And again, the home run, the walks, that has been the story in this ball game. 8th walk delivered by Pine Bluff pitching here tonight. 3 home runs hit by the Sooners. And that puts us here at 8-0 Oklahoma. Malloy grounded out back in the third, flew out to left in the second, looking for her first base knock of the night.
Heads up. Half swing.
That is a dangerous life to live in the mouth of the dugout.
Uh-huh. Appreciate the timing though. She's trying to get that timing down.
And we have seen, and again, I feel like the stat line is a little deceptive, right? 8 runs on the board. Sooners 3 outs away from run ruling this ball game. But 6 hits tonight from Oklahoma. But a lot of this has been aided by walks. Again, timely hitting. I mean, it's almost laughable when you talk about timely home run hitting.
Yeah.
But I mean, this Sooner team's done it all season. I mean, that's kind of what you call it at this point. But we've seen the timely home run hitting, but the walks have aided a lot in this. But Arkansas Pine Bluff, they have made some good plays defensively. There have been times where these pitchers, just like that, are catching some of these hitters out on their front foot. Hubbard makes the play, and Parker will score easily, and it'll be a sac fly RBI for Tia Malloy. But if you are Coach Bumpers, you gotta love bases loaded, 1 out, and the freshman being able to get a hitter like Malloy off balance.
Yeah, I think, you know, a lot of these pop-ups that have been induced are big wins for this pitching staff.
Sydney Barker started this inning off with a walk. And rolling back around for her second at-bat here in the 4th. Came around to score, but kind of got things rolling for the Sooners. home plate umpire, Garrett Knowles, gives time, but I'm sitting there watching the clock. I was getting a little concerned about a timing violation.
Great pitch there, coming in at 45 miles per hour.
Changeup's filthy.
I mean, she threw that with a 3-0 count.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you look at it, nearly each time she's thrown it, it's been a strike. And there's another one as this is skied high to right field. But Fields works out of a massive, massive jam as the freshman entered this ball game to give her team a fighting chance. But it's last call for Pine Bluff. Sooners are up 9-0. Fun midweek at the ballpark. Sooners looking to close out what would be their 31st run rule victory on the season. And Berkeley Zakay, the freshman, getting the call for what could be the final 3 outs of this ball game. Zakay making her 10th appearance on the year. Does not have any decisions, but has seen a little bit more time in the circle here recently. And you got to feel like, Destiny, that the freshman is really kind of starting to settle in and find her way, because her last couple of outings out of the bullpen have really been solid.
Yeah, I think she's definitely a reliable pitcher to come in and close out the games. Zakay, just being a freshman, I mean, she's done everything that you would want her to do. I think just being coached by Coach Rocha under some of the veteran leadership, she's really done a good job at executing what's needed of her.
I really feel that for the freshman, that this has been a bit of a learning year. But again, still seeing that growth, and got her debut back in February against Arizona. And talk about just being thrown into the fire, right? Here you go, freshman.
Yeah.
Sling it, sister.
Yeah.
It's Arizona. No nerves, go ahead. But she has not allowed an earned run since that game back in February. And pitches like that are part of the reason why she sits down Ware for out number 1.
That's such an incredible stat for a freshman. I mean, that gives Coach Gasso and Coach Rocha so much confidence in putting her out there in many situations.
This ball is hit well to center field, but Kai Miner takes care of it for out number 2. Berkeley Zakay, as advertised, just taking care of business quickly in the circle, and it is last call for Arkansas Pine Bluff as Coach Bumpers is going to call on Morgan Young. Just a freshman, getting her 11th at-bat on the season, but hitting 300 in the opportunities that she's gotten. So a spot here for the freshman, try to string something together to extend this game for the Lions. Zakay works quickly. Comes into the ball game and just gets the ball, and it is efficient. That curveball is swung through.
Efficient. She's in control. She has a little bit of a unique setup on the mound. She's kind of tight to that left side of the mound.
Sooners 1 strike away from what would be their 31st run rule victory on the year. Nice take there by Young. See the freshman again getting a pinch hit opportunity, but has made the most of them. And she stays alive, getting rid of that off speed. And that will do it as Berkeley Zakay makes quick work here in the 5th. Sooners win 9-0 again, marking their 31st run rule victory on the season to improve to 43-6. We will be back with our player of the game next. The Oklahoma Sooners take down Arkansas Pine Bluff in run rule fashion, 9-0. Sooner pitching combines for an 11 strikeout no-hitter. You gotta love to see that, especially if you're a catcher behind the dish like Isabella Emmerling. But Bella, thanks for being with us. And no-hitter from your pitchers here tonight. We're going to talk about all the bombs you've been hitting, but what did you like that you saw from your entire pitching staff here tonight?
Man, I'm just so proud of all of them. I know all of them have been working extremely hard, and I know I haven't been in the bullpen as much this year, but I see the effort they put in, and you know, catching them is just, it was easy today, and I just commend them for all their hard work, and it's showing, and it obviously showed today, and they're bringing the heat, and I'm just so proud of them.
You have been on an absolute tear. Speaking of bringing the heat, right? 4 home runs in 4 games. You just look like you are, it doesn't matter who is in the circle, it just looks like you are so locked in and making it almost look like BP. What are you feeling in the box? Because the ball must look like a beach ball.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you said that. Like, I just kind of been going up to my at-bats thinking it's like BP, just trying to see the ball deep and getting a good pitch to hit, trying to be a lot more selective, a lot more disciplined in my at-bats, and just trying to take the ball up the middle. And it's been working, so hard work is paying off.
Isabella, you have done such a great job in the batter's box. How does a midweek game against Arkansas Pine Bluff, what you guys did tonight, how does this prepare you guys going into a series against Georgia?
Like I said, discipline, sticking to the course, and executing game plans. JT does a really great job of preparing us, and just these past couple of series, we've just been really trying to stick to our game plans and executing and setting goals for ourselves and accomplishing those goals. So midweeks like this, it's really good to stay on the course and do those same things that we would do in the series and see it work out all on the field.
Thanks, Bella. Go get them this weekend.
Thank you, guys.
That is Isabella Emmerling, and what a week she has had, and what a day for the Sooners. Sooners win 9-0 to take down Arkansas Pine Bluff and pick up their 43rd win on the year. Sooners will be back this weekend as they've got a home series against SEC foe, University of Georgia. See you this weekend.